What's up, all my survivors? It's Delilah surviving, and I decided to give y'all the last part to episode 5. I mean, it's 28 minutes left. Y'all know how we do, so let's get to it.
We were uprooted completely, and baby is now out of the public eye. She's now the mother grieving over her son. Imagine who has been murdered. Every day of her life, she has to live with that. And now that he's murdered, he's just not, because it's a lot, my sister spoke a lot about this. A lot of black women, a lot of women lost their children to gun violence. She's not the only one, you know, but her son was famous, and it was all public.
I'm Tabitha Soren with an MTV News Brief. Thursday morning's Tupac Shakur memorial service in Los Angeles has been canceled by the murdered rapper's label, Death Row Records, which says it could not find a venue big enough to hold all the fans and well-wishers who wanted to attend.
His devoted fans who believed his rap litany mirrored their lives are mourning. Where were you in your career when Tupac died?
Nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. When I heard that Tupac died, I was cooking in a restaurant, and tickets were piling up and shit. I'm like, I don't care, fire me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that was devastating. It's just like, oh my God. Tupac was the first rapper to me that could make you cry. Like I felt him that much. And, you know, me not knowing my dad and shit was going on with my mom and the whole shit, like, he was just like, oh my God, that's me, you know? He was like 1 year older than me. You know, he was only 25 years old. And we was like, what the fuck? Manhood. They say a man ain't a man till he's 27. You're still a baby at 25. Knowing him, through growth in time and healing and becoming a grown and a wiser man, all these relationships that he had with people that wasn't right was going to get right because his spirit was always right. And now, here's a war that nobody can stop.
People started calling my aunt's house all through the day, through the night. Calls from all the East Coast callers.
Is Tupac really dead?
Calls from the West Coast.
You're gonna kick the motherfuckers that killed your son, yo?
Then what happened with Biggie is just like, oh my God.
In Los Angeles, police tonight are investigating the gangland-style murder of gangster...
Hold up, they did a huge leap. Can we stay? I mean, I get it, you know, Biggie is part of the story, but they jumped. I mean, let's remember, people, Tupac passed away. Tupac's life was taken September 96. Biggie's life was taken, as y'all can see, that says March 9th, 1997. We have a whole lot. Where's the investigation? I mean, let's just get back to it, but I'm just upset at the jump.
Music star Biggie Smalls.
CIG's West Coast rival, Tupac Shakur, was killed in a similar hail of bullets 6 months ago in Las Vegas.
Police are investigating rumors that a feud between rappers on the East Coast and West Coast led to these shootings.
So that was all the misunderstanding that never had understanding. Companies going down to here, everybody's in disarray. We got to be strong enough for each other to know that that's what they really want. They don't want us together. When we were structuring together, they tore down the Panther Party, and then they brainwashed us to not love each other. When we create the Crips and the Bloods, and then they got us fighting each other and break us down. When we fight each other, they let it live.
Rappers and...
Okay, y'all know I do this a lot. Sorry, but okay. Crip just said that they created the Crip in the blood. My guy. I mean, I never even seen him say he's no longer a Crip. Did he do that? Can he do that? But okay, let's get back to it. That's the East Coast and West Coast thing is completely different from the Bloods and the Crips. Because the Bloods and the Crips, you literally can be like right there. You could be a Crip and your Bloods right there a block over. East Coast, West Coast, you got like what, 3,000 miles in distance? Okay, let's see.
Producers called for an end to the rivalry and the violence.
A lot of people like to say that rap, you know, is a negative, is this and that. But from me to you, rap saves lives. So we have to understand that we're only better when we move as one. And we learn to understand each other. There ain't nothing you can really do but just try to keep doing what we're doing.
Everyone else was also calling my aunt to appear on a talk show. What I would like to share with your viewers is that I am very, very upset that we are dying at the rate that we're dying at because we can't handle our anger towards each other. They want to do an interview, whatever it is that makes us buy things, you know, has created a false illusion of a rift between artists and between human beings. I don't want people to think that these in reality people are running around, we don't like people from the East Coast and we don't like people from the West Coast. I don't think that's true. And it's all up in the magazine, so we didn't have time to grieve. We didn't have time to mourn. Nope. It really became work. I am hustling every day with someone or with some entity. And then there's money. We thought we were going to stay in Tupac's home in LA until Afeni Shakur found out that he didn't own that house. And he didn't own any of the things that he thought he owned. And
what did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? If y'all don't know what I told y'all, go back to the other my other videos of my reviews of this. I told y'all that the Lucifer, you know Lucifer. Y'all know who Lucifer is. Go back to those videos. That's SK. That's my code. That's my name for SK. Lucifer told Tupac. He sold him a dream. And then look, I told y'all, he said, I'm not gonna buy your mother an apartment, I'm gonna buy her a house. Like, y'all telling me this man who sold millions and millions and millions and millions, he died not owning his own house? Huh. No, because Lucifer was in his pockets. Being the Lucifer he was. Well, is. Because he's still alive.
Immediately said, we're getting out of here. And that's when the packing began. And she got a houseboat in Sausalito.
Oh,
she
wow.
needed that for herself, you know? Because everything takes time.
From a mansion to a houseboat, could you imagine?
So even if it is a really good thing about this place is right over there in one of those houseboats. That's where Otis Redding wrote, sitting on the dock of the bay. I like to think it was actually this pier that he was sitting on and writing it. I stayed here for like 3 months. And then I came back and I stayed for another 3 months. And then one of the times I was here, that houseboat was for sale. I was like, I need this. I am in a healing process. And guess what? That's what this place is for me. That's what the people are around me. It's like part of my healing. And I'm also now, I've begun therapy, you know, which is really a huge step for me, you know. But I wish that my son was here and that he could go and lie down in my bed and come out of my room and say, Mom, what'd you cook? I miss his being. He was my son, and I miss him as my baby, my boy who I loved, respected, appreciated. He was my friend. He called me up in the middle of the night after he had a hot date and tell me who he had a hot date with, what he did, and how excited. And I said, Tupac, why do you think I miss that? I miss
You know what? The crazy thing is, I have that relationship with my second oldest. And like, you know, I mean, I don't need to know about no hot dates. I don't need to know what happened. Don't go into no details. No, please don't. I feel her on that. But now knowing that being on a houseboat was actually her peace of mind, okay. So that was her peace of mind. That's how I settle it with myself. And not say, okay, Lucifer is the dirt scum. Because no matter what, to me, he's going to be the dirt scum of the earth. But the fact that this woman's son passes away on your watch, and the math ain't mathing, homie. The math is not mathing.
my son.
Wow. Tupac Shakur. We all miss Pac. Jesus Christ, I miss him. I'm so spoiled by Pac that I stopped making music. Who do you put beats under now? After Pac died, there was pain and sorrow, but there was also a relief. There was an exhale that happened.
I don't know about
And there
that.
was a calm that came.
I don't know about
All
that.
of his pain, all the voices in his head, finally silenced. There was a small funeral that Bethany had on Malibu Beach. 30 to 50 friends and family. We brought drums, and we had fires burning. And we threw all the gifts in the ocean. Chicken wings and the Hennessy and his favorite pictures, jewelry, books. The water was freezing. But Bethany walked in, deep out there, to dump the urn. Bethany said it best. Don't cry for my baby. He was a strong fire. He burned a white flame. It burned all night. And Pac lived an intense, potent, deadly 25 years. The sun burns really hot. It's gone. Tupac died to get his message across. I
Yep.
believe that.
He
He was
did.
a pre-thinker. He had a plan.
Oh, shit.
Much less a plan B.
I'm sorry, y'all. As much as they played, I'll never forget when my mother called and told me he died. And like they was playing his whole album, right? And this is one of the songs. I ain't mad at you, and like I cry every time I hear this song. Like it hits different because Tupac was me and one of my cousin's favorite artists. Like we used to battle rapping Brenda's Got a Baby. And like they died the same year, y'all. They died the same freaking year. And that still hurts me to this day. Cause like my cousin, like they both of their life was taken from me. Like my cousin life was taken. Then a few months later, our favorite rapper, his life
All the
was taken.
homeboys that passed away, all the homeboys locked in jail, all the people that lost a loved one.
Dang it, they still, can y'all please stop it?
I'm like, he was always somebody that had a plan, had an idea, had a mission, had a goal. And so he kind of, in his own weird way, prepared us for it.
We look at death from the selfish side, like, you know, that guy died, oh, it's so sad. Why is it sad? He's away from all of this bad stuff that's here on earth. At the worst, he's just somewhere quiet, no nothing. At best, he's an angel, or he's at the next existence, or he's a spirit somewhere, you know. What is so bad about that? It's only bad for the people who he left because you guys are mad. That's like some crab in the bucket type stuff. It's
Really?
harsh analogy, but
Yes, it really is.
Tupac did talk about himself not being here. You know, he really did look at life and death, and that is a very odd thing for a young person. But for some reason, people believe that we're not born to die. We actually are. Every one of us gets here with 2 dates, the entry date and the exit date. And every human being has to make peace with that truth. Tupac made peace with it earlier than I would have liked.
Mm-hmm.
But he, as it turns out, did the right thing, you know, because he did make peace with it. And an artist is, generally speaking, a long time ahead of the audience, you know, so.
I kissed my mama goodbye, wiped the tears from my lonely eyes. Said I'll return, but I gotta fight to fix the ride. Don't shed a tear.
Cause mama, I ain't happy here. Smiled and with trials for a couple years. My bad, y'all. I had to fill that part in for y'all. That's Danny Boy over there singing by the piano. Like everybody's not like he's actually still alive.
Before he passed away, 96, I had got into an argument with my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. We was on the plane again. And it was me and all the Death Row niggas and Tupac. Everybody was like, man, fuck that bitch. Nigga, you Snoop Doggy Dogg. Nigga, you can get any bitch you want, man. Tupac was like, man, fuck what they talking about, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
She love you, nigga. You love her, nigga. You need to make her your wife.
Congratulations on the record. I hope you're right. No shit, gotta play it for life, and that's no bullshit.
Now that I'm thinking about all the shit that I've done since he's been gone, he puts it in the air, then it becomes a reality.
Nice life, kids. You might have saw that for us. I don't think he saw himself.
Whoa, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. That hit me like a ton of bricks. To know that at the time, Shantae, I think her name is, was Snoop's girlfriend. I'm not surprised at the advice Tupac gave him. Because if y'all seen any of the earlier episodes, Tupac wasn't a womanizer originally. You know, he didn't want to be a womanizer. So the advice, I'm not shocked at, but the line just hit me like a ton of bricks. Congratulations. I hope your wife knows. Wow. How? Y'all, I'm telling y'all. Y'all better go back and listen to that old school rap.
Grown old being a grandfather. All the shit that I ain't met. He wasn't on bed. And I can't even trip, cause I'm just laughing at you. You're trying hard to maintain and go ahead, cause I ain't mad at you.
He never saw himself living to enjoy his work. And he always said, my work will happen when I'm not here anymore. I'm leaving a body of work.
I always wanted to make a book out of my life, like a fairy tale. Raised by the Black Panthers and struck out.
Tupac saw himself delivering a script, and he lived that script, leaving it for us.
Tupac left about 400 songs. We spent the first 5 years in court fighting for the rights. And what we've been able to do with that is purchase a 56-acre farm.
This is Sweet Figgy farm, man. We own Faith farm. She always wanted land.
Niggas need a spot where we can kick it. A spot where we belong. That's just for us.
God made humans so that we would never be perfect. Tupac was an intelligent human being, but one of Tupac's problems in the beginning was that he didn't have a place to scream and holler.
A place to spend my quiet nights, time to unwind, so much pressure in this life of mine. I cried times I once contemplated suicide, and would have tried, but when I held that knife, all I could see was my mama's eyes.
And I wish he could stand in the middle of the farm and throw things, and it would be okay. But if you don't have acres to throw it at, it's not okay.
Picture me inside the misery of poverty. No man alive has ever witnessed struggles I survived. Praying hard for better days, promise to hold on. Me and my dogs ain't have a choice but to roll on. We found a finally spot to kick it, where we can drink liquor and no one bickers over trick shit.
So we are now preparing to open the Tupac Shakur Center in Stone Mountain, Georgia, because one of the things that he planned to do all over the country was to build what he called at the time Thug Mansions.
In my mind's eye, I see this place the players going past and got a spot for us all so we can ball at Thug's Mansion.
Thug Mansion was all about space, opportunity, and resources geared to young people who were trapped in a violent environment that they did not invent.
I need a house that's full of love when I need to escape the deadly places slinging drugs in Thug's Mansion.
We are hoping that our next Tupac is going to take everybody out of economic oblivion in this audience, and that we will be able to help you do that. This was the Afeni of the movement. She really rose to the occasion of taking care of the business of her son. She worked from the moment he died to elevate him in a way that wasn't able to be done when he was alive.
She was war ready.
Everybody says she crazy, she hard to work with. No, she ain't. She a smart black woman that know that her son shit need to be in her possession.
I'll just fight till there's no more breath.
And I feel like the spirit of Tupac has only grown because people got a chance to study him through his mother.
Tupac left you a message, and the message was to keep your head up.
The crazy thing is, Tupac always said his only fear of death was coming back reincarnated. But part of me think his spirit went into his mother to fight. Because like I said, you saw how, like, it's the little headline said she sued Death Row for like 17 mil. Of course. Because Lucifer, he like wrote it, unfortunately, to get out of prison, Pac made a deal with the devil. and the devil tried to make him pay for every last thing, down to shoot probably the chicken wings he ordered when he got up the day he got up out of prison. I ain't saying he actually got chicken wings. I'm just, being a little crazy. But this is what Tupac really wanted. He wanted what his mother started doing after he passed. This is what he wanted. He didn't want that whole of course he didn't want that beefing lifestyle, or like that gang lifestyle that Lucifer brought into his life.
After he passed, man, he hit 10 more albums. However, they drew a picture. She understood I was such a huge Tupac fan. He's like the sweetest lady ever, man. She was just like, do what you feel. And gave me all his acapellas. That was one of the funnest times of my life.
Long as you keep Tupac's vision, music, and his memory alive, his spirit will not die.
2012, Coachella. The man stopped. The audience got quiet, and we're talking about 90,000 motherfuckers. When Tupac came up out of the ground, what the fuck is up, Coachella? And the crowd went crazy. 90,000 motherfuckers.
Oh man, the soldiers, the children soldiers in Africa, when they go on the war, they listen to Tupac music. Blows my mind. And I just ain't probably the most famous rapper in the world. I don't care how much money you got. Fuck you, $1 billion. At the end of the day, immortality.
Tupac left an indelible print where people from all over the world that are oppressed, beaten, terrorized, see him as their patron saint.
And while many remember him as some thugged out superhero, Tupac knew he was only human. To be human is to be many things at once. Strong and vulnerable, hard-headed and intellectual, courageous and afraid, loving and vengeful, revolutionary and, oh yeah, don't get it fucked up, gangster. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know you're gonna live forever.
Oh my God, I'm about to cry. And y'all seen my videos, y'all know I got my nose pierced. And like, I've been wanting, Tupac is the reason why I've always wanted my nose pierced. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. And then when I was finally able to get it, at first I was a little like, it don't look the way I thought it was. But now that I had it for a while, I'm excited. And to see him with his nose in these pictures, it's like so freaking awesome. My bad, y'all. They kept showing them pictures, and it made me want to bring that up. Okay.
As legends always do. They can't take this away from you, homie.
Then you see the pride and the pain. You see glows and splendor and grace, toppling the obstacle's place in the way of the progression of this race.
I believe still in the depths of my heart, you can kill a revolutionary, but you cannot kill a revolution. Keep loving, keep creating, keep making music, keep dancing, keep living. Love, peace, be out of here.
Can you see the pride of the panther? And she nurtures her young all alone. The seed must grow.
Okay, like, I know it's only 11 minutes, y'all, but as I'm looking down, because y'all know I stop and talk to y'all from time to time, I don't want to make this video too long. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. I like to do reviews on, stuff that a lot, like, isn't like, something that's automatic, like 5,000 channels already doing. And, like, wait a minute, I said like, comment, and subscribe if you made it this far. And I will hit you, y'all, with the number 3, which is it's really going to be short, since how, like I said, it's only 11 minutes of this left. So, on that note, people, I think we got some good footage out of this, just like water in the sun. I'm out of here, coach.